Hey guys, it's Ms. Cope, and I just wanted to kind of introduce you to the superhero project that we're getting it going. Superheroes are a big fondness of mine, and so in seventh grade, we just really wanted you to get some good research into the way in a way that we think it would be really fun. So from the Media Center webpage, you are going to go to the Research LibGuide. That's this one right here. And we are going to go to the seventh grade projects where it says Superhero Research ELA. And just wanted to go over the project a little bit with you. You're going to pick your own superhero, and this project contains several components. So you're going to select a superhero. You're going to write an annotated research bibliography. So you're going to find out a bunch of information about your superhero, and you're going to upload it into Noodle Tools. Then you're going to fill out the graphic organizer, which is how the superhero I chose compared to the one in my real life, one that you brought in with Ms. Ayers earlier this year. And then how do they stack up? Also, so then the third thing that the next thing you're going to do, I guess that should say 3 instead of 4, product of your choice. You can make a cartoon or a comic, you can make an infographic, you can do a green screen video or a Telegami app or anything that you design, and then you're going to present it. So, and this is a picture of a friend of mine's kid, so I just wanted to share that with you. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pick your superhero, and we're going to talk about how to research that in a moment. In fact, let's go ahead and do that now. So from the research guide, so you're going to go to your research databases, and we're going to use SIRS and Galileo and NetTrekker in order to do that. Your Noodle Tools, would be a great thing to have up. So I'm just going to grab here on Noodle Tools. You all have done something really recently with Science Fair, most of y'all. And so here's some videos that show you how to remember how to sign up. And how to remember how to retrieve your password. And there's just some basic stuff. So I'm going to show you very quickly on Noodle Tools. If you can't remember how to sign in for Noodle Tools, you're going to grab, you're going to put, I forgot my password. Your personal ID is your, your computer login. So mine would be WC10 blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I'm going to log myself in really fast. If you can't remember your password, you just put it in, you click I forgot my password. They'll ask you what your phone number is. Last year we asked you guys to use the year of your graduation. So for you guys it would be 2021. And so we'll see from there. Most of the time I think we tried 2021 for everything. So you're going to create a new project. Your new project is going to be an MLA Advanced, and call it something like Superhero. And then maybe put your last name. And you're going to click create, and we're going to share. The first thing we're going to do is share with Ms. Ayers, because sharing is caring, right? So you're going to put in Ms. Ayers, Mrs. Actually, you can just write in Ayers. So you're going to put your period in. So for example, I'm going to grab my first period, and I'm going to share my project, and my name is Mrs. Cope, so you just want to make sure. I'm going to share my project, and you'll see that there are some check marks there so that I'll get to see those. You're going to go to bibliography, and you'll notice that there are a couple things. We're going to choose some databases and some websites, so you'll see that you have that to do. So for the databases, you're going to copy and paste. Well, I'll show you how to do that in a second. But the website, and I'll show you how you guys are going to do an annotation in just a second. So for example, if I just wanted to, I'll show you where it is. If I were just going to go to, let's see, an annotated bibliography, for example, I did one with Mr. Wall. So my works cited is, so I've got my works cited. So let's see, can a Batman comic a day keep body image issues away? So I'm going to look at edit. I've got my citation in, and it's perfect. And you can see that I put it in, and then here's the annotation. Here's where I'm going to write about 80 to 100 words. And that's just a summary of what you read. So that's how you're going to use your notes. That's what you're going to use for your notes. So I'm going to give you a little bit of information on how to do your research in just a second. I'm going to go back to the 7th grade superhero research project. You can see it's in those drop downs. And so I've shared it with Ms. Ayers, and I've chosen the correct MLA level. So we've done it that it's advanced and MLA, and I shared it with Ms. Ayers. So you saw that I already got 25 points with that. Citation of SIRS and Galileo databases. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do that. Citation of your website. And then your annotation. All 5 articles, you're going to have 5 articles. It's going to be annotated. 80 to 100 words in your annotation. The annotation is spell checked, and it uses your own words to summarize the article. So you just want to make sure you've got that. This first video, I'm just going to show you guys how to do your research really fast. And then the next videos, I'm going to show you how to do the actual project. All right, so with your research, we're going to hit Galileo. And this is the only time I'm going to tell you to do this. So see this bar? You can actually type into this. So my character, this is going to be kind of obscure because I just didn't want to pick anybody you guys wanted to pick. My character is Oracle, and she's from DC Comics. And she is actually Batgirl. She was Batgirl, and then she was shot by the Joker in one of the episodes, and so she became this resource for all kinds of different superheroes in the DC universe. So, for example, I'm going to take a look here, and Barbara Gordon, like I said, so I could also look up Batgirl as well. So do you see how it says Batgirl, paraplegics? So the thing is that she's a superhero who's in a wheelchair. So you can see I can look at the full text, and I can read the article, here she is. And so I can go to, let me see if I can move this over, yes. Right here is the word cite, and you'll see this cite button. And you guys are going to be sliding all the way down to MLA. And so all you'll have to do is copy the citation. So I'm going to Control-C to copy. And then I'm going to put it in as a new database, because anything we get from Galileo is from a database. We're going to create the citation. And watch this. This is the best thing. Remember this, we talked about using the quick cite. You can choose whatever you want to. I chose magazine on this. What type of source are you citing? Do you see where it says quick cite and copy and paste a citation? So you're going to click that, and then all you have to do is Control-V or paste the information. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit submit. And it's up. All I have to do now is, for example, if I wanted to just continue and go on while I was working on it, I was in the middle of things, I would just hit edit, and then I'm going to put my annotation. That's my 80 to 100 words of my summary in there. So that's the way I'm going to do that. You can see how easy that was. All I had to do is go to Galileo, just click it in the toolbar, and go from there. So when you're looking for websites, you can also look at Scholastic Go and NetTracker. That would give you some websites and some stuff for like an encyclopedia. But New York Times is one of the best ways that you can just find a good, solid website. You'll click here on search. And again, for me, I'm going to put in Oracle, and I might also put it Batgirl, because Barbara Gordon and Batgirl and Oracle are the same, essentially the same person. So what I like about the New York Times is that it's easy. It's usually pretty reliable. So rating the number one's Batgirl. You can see Batgirl, and so they'll highlight the words that are the ones that you are looking for. Anyway, so here's about her computer savvy Oracle, and it's about readers living with disabilities, and that's who it kind of connects to. So, you could just, on the Noodle Tools page, it'll tell you what parts you'll need to. So here's the Noodle Tools page, and it'll tell you the parts that you need to add in, the parts of the web page that you'll need to put into Noodle Tools, so that way you can cite that correctly. You'll see that it's on your that it is on the annotated bibliography as well. So it says correct website, web page, punctuation, capitalization, relevant information. All right. So that's the easiest way to do the annotated bibliography. Just how many, you need to have 5 articles. You need to have, I think, four from the articles from the databases, and then 1 article on a website. Okay, so good luck with you.